So hello everyone and welcome to this business analytics mock paper revision session. In today's class, we are going to discuss important question concepts, problem solving approaches that are highly useful from an examination point of view. This session is specially designed to help you revise the syllabus in a structured and easy to understand manner so that you can improve both your conceptual clarity and answer approach. We will go through different type of questions step by step, understand the logic behind the solution, and focus on the important area that students often find confusing in examinations. So keep your notebook and PCs ready. Stay focused throughout the session and try to solve the questions along with me for better understanding and practice. So let's begin our business analytic mock paper revision session. So as you can see, we have business analytical mock paper, you can say, or a revision purpose question paper. The first thing, before going to the solution part, let me just explain you the structure of the question paper as per the Delhi University. Like you people granted the two section where you can see the section A and another is your section B, right? This one. In section A, there will be a compulsory question which you need to attempt, right? And in section B, you have to attempt any three question, right? So starting with the first question, attempt any one of the following. In the first question, let's say for the revision purpose, we have included the choice as well. We will complete all the questions one by one. So just stay focused. So first is question is 10 marks, pivot table and pivot chart. Use the following data set. And then we have our data set like order ID, region, category, sales, and then perform the following task. So there are four questions which has been asked. First, create a pivot table showing total sale region wise and category wise. Apply filter for any one region. Third, create a pivot chart based on the pivot table. And fourth, give appropriate title and formatting to the chart. Right. So this is our basic question. So we can first copy paste the data. So I am just copying. Now we will shift to our Excel. So starting with this. So first, let's say we will copy paste. So this is our data, right? So I just aligned. Now, the first part of the question is create a pivot table, right? Create a pivot table showing total sale, region wise and category wise. Okay, so first select your data like this and go to insert tab, and here you will find the pivot table, right? So in pivot table, just click on pivot table as your data is already selected. Now the final answer I want on the existing sheet, so I will select existing sheet. Now they will ask me ki on like which cell reference you want to give, so I will mention this one. Let's say I want my pivot table answer from this particular cell onward, and I will click OK. When I will click OK, so this kind of interface will be available on your PCs. So according to our question, it is asking about the region, so I will select region. It is asking for the category as well, so I will select category. It is asking for the sales value as well, so I will select the sales. Now, as you can see, we have the data where we have mentioned the sales region wise or category wise, or we have a grand total as well. If you want, so you can just drag this category into the column section here. So it will look like this. Here, the row labels is region, basic east, north, south, west, and in column, basically it is mentioning your different categories. So this is the first part of our question. I hope it's clear. Now coming back to our second one. So in second question, it is uh, asking for the apply filter for any one region. apply filter for any one region, कि आपको यहाँ पर जो है फिल्टर अप्लाई करके दिखाना है किसी भी एक रीजन को लेकर। रीजन आपके पास नॉर्थ है, ईस्ट है, साउथ है, वेस्ट है। तो उसके लिए हम चलते हैं वापस से अपने क्वेश्चन पर। तो क्वेश्चन पे आ जाते हैं और लेट्स से इस बार हम दोबारा से पहले यहीं पर इसको सॉल्व कर लेते हैं। एंड फॉर दिस फर्स्ट आई विल सिलेक्ट माय डेटा and again I will utilize the insert tab. In insert tab, we have to click on pivot table. Keep remember, don't go for this particular option. Just click on the topper icon. So it will directly open up with the dialog box. Now again, our data is already selected. Now again, I want the data or the final answer on the existing sheet. Now I will give the reference of, let's say, this one, this cell, and I will click OK. So again, a pop-up will appear like this. So in this, it is asking for the region. So I will select region and definitely I will select the sales as well. Like sales is a numerical figure, so it will directly goes cover under the value. But in case if it is coming in your row or column, so don't need to worry, just click and drag to the value, right? So this is our particular second question. So it is asked if you have to apply a filter. So for filter, you can see there is a filter option. So just click and just select any one. Let's say I am selecting north and clicking OK. So it will show ki yes, we have shown that we have applied a filter region wise. Right. So this is our second question. Now coming to our third question, create a pivot chart based on the pivot table. Okay. So now again, our basic data. So let's say we are selecting this particular pivot table data, right? Because we have to, prepare a chart now. So we will click this, and in pivot table analysis, there is an option pivot chart. You will click this and you will select the available options. If in your question paper it is written that you have to prepare a pie chart or a bar graph or a line graph, so you have to use only that option. But in our case, there is a no specific option given. So let's say I am taking a pie chart and okay. So as you can see, we have our pie chart diagram. I'm just reducing its size. Okay, so now I will drag this chart here. So this is our part third of the question. Now, in this question, it is asking in the fourth part कि give appropriate title and formatting to the chart. That mean कि आपने जो अभी अपना ये जो चार्ट बनाया है, इसको अच्छे से आपको फॉर्मेट में लेकर आना है। तो उसके लिए कुछ नहीं करना, जस्ट इस पे आप नॉर्मल से भी थोड़ा सा मैं इसको यहाँ दिखाता हूँ। यहाँ पे देखो, जैसे आप क्लिक करोगे देखो आपके पास 2 आइकन आ रहे हैं। एक ये प्लस का आइकन है, एक ब्रश का आइकन आइकन है, ठीक है? तो आप प्लस वाले पे जब क्लिक करते हो, तो यू विल गेट दीज़ 3 पॉपअप्स। लेट्स से चार्ट टाइटल, तो आई विल क्लिक ऑन दिस, तो वो आपको इस तरह से देगा कि आपको जो टाइटल है वो कहाँ रखना है, अबव चार्ट रखना है, सेंटर में रखना है, ठीक है? या मोर ऑप्शन भी आपके पास है। तो लेट्स से मैं अभी फिलहाल इसको अबव चार्ट सिलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ। सिमिलरली आई विल सिलेक्ट द डेटा लेबल। नाउ इफ यू क्लिक द डेटा लेबल, जस्ट again click, and now it's asked like you need a center inside the end, outside the particular pie chart, or best fit, or a data call out, basically where you want the numbers. So I just select best fit, and then we will check out the another legends. We will select legends, and here we will mention where we want. Legend mean basically this information, where we want this information, either right or at the top or at the left or at the bottom, or you can select by more option as well. So I'm clicking on the, let's say, right. So this is how basically we can format our data or pie chart. Similarly, we can implement the different kind of like I can select this one, right? Or if you want a different kind of color combination, so you can go with this one or this one. So by applying these tools, you have now done with your first question like this. So we have completed our pivot table, pivot chart, right? So now we can move to our second question, or basically the first question. Now there is an option or. Either you can go with the pivot table concept or if someone is not aware of that or forgetting about certain elements, so they have the second question as well in choice, where we can use this particular data set to answer the following table. So let me just copy the data. So copy. Now, first just go through the question. So as it is asking points. First, use the concatenate function to create full name. Arrange salary in descending order, apply filter to display only finance department employee, identify and remove duplicates, apply conditional formatting to highlight salaries above 45,000. Okay, so this is a particular our Excel question. So we will again visit Excel, and let's say I am creating now sheet 2. Okay, now first I will paste the data, right? Okay, so the first point was use concatenate. Okay, so just don't need to worry. Just select the particular cell where you want an extra. Okay, insert the basically cell column. So here we will first mention the name, right? I'm using a, let's say, name. Now it is written that we have to use the concatenate, right? Concatenate is basically used to, as you can see, the in this column, first name is Amit, second or last name is Sharma. Both the particular first name and last name are in two different cells. So by utilizing the concatenate, we can join these two name in a singular cell. So how we will do this? So just write down equal and write down concatenate. As you will write down, you will get a pop-up. So I will select the second one, concatenate, and now they will ask the text one and text two. So I want first this one and comma, then I want second one, right? Then bracket close and enter. So as you can see now, we have the names. But now there is a thing. As you can see that Amit and Sharma both are in a single cell, that's fine. But there is a no gap between Amit and or Sharma surname. So what we have to do is you just go to your syntax, and after selecting the name first, use the inverted comma, give space, like I am putting two space bar. I want a two space gap, then comma and enter. So now you can see that there is a now normal space, and I will select or drag this to the other cells. So now we have our concatenate tool, which we have implemented here. So this is our first part of the question. Second is they are asking the arrange salary in descending order. Okay, so let's come back again. Salary. So we will first select the data, right? And for this, we will use a filter, or you can uh, keep remember the shortcut key Control Shift L. Control Shift L. Now you can see we have applied the filters. This one, again repeating, select your data and Control plus Shift or plus L. Press three buttons, and now you will get your filters. Now salaries has been asked to arrange in descending order. That means largest to smallest. So largest to smallest, this one, and I will click on this. Now you can see our salary is now in descending orders, right? So this is our second part. Now, what is the third one? Apply filter to display only finance department employee. Okay. Now we just want to highlight the finance department. So like I just first copy paste the data so that it will be easy. Yes, student has applied all the particular points. So just normally don't do the just simple paste. Just go to the your paste and click on the paste special, or you can select from here as well, like go to paste special, or as you can see paste the value values and number formatting. So I will select values and number formatting. So now we will apply this. Again, we have our table. Now here again, we will do the same thing. First, we will select this particular table. Now for filter, Control Shift L. Control Shift L, right? So now again we have our filter. So in this, it is has been asked if we have to filter the department by finance. So we will go to the department, and here we will select only finance. Rest unselect the others, finance only, and click OK. Now you can see we have now done our second part where we have just highlighted or mentioned the finance department data only, right? Similarly, now the next question, they are saying identify and remove the duplicate records. Okay, so again, come back to our Excel. For this, we can again do the same thing. First, we will copy the data and we will paste here and again go to the paste special and paste and values. Now, for the duplicates, make sure you will go you have to utilize the data tab. So this is your data. Click on data and in data tools, you will get this particular icon, remove duplicates. So click on remove duplicates, select entire data and OK. So now you can see that it has mentioned the one duplicate value found and it has been now removed. So you can see now we have only five name. Earlier we have the six, right? So we have done this particular component as well. Now, next part. Apply conditional formatting to highlight salaries above 45,000. Okay. So we will come back to our Excel sheet. For this, let's say I'm in copy paste the data or now I will utilize this one, our final one. So copy. Let's say I'm pasting here. So go to the paste special. So this is our data. Now, for conditional formatting, as it has been asked, we have to do for the salary only. It is written key using or applying the conditional formatting to highlight salaries above 45,000. Above 45,000, okay. So again, select the salary cell or normally like this. I have selected. Now for this again in home tab, you have a styles. In this style, you can see there is a conditional formatting. So just click on that and we want the highlight cell. Yes. And here it is mentioned that we need a salary greater than 45,000. So I will use this. If it is less than of certain amount, so I will use this one. If it is in between or equal to, so as per our date question, we will select the available options. In our case, it is greater than. Now we have to mention the amount. So as it is 45,000. If the salary is greater than 45,000, so it need to be highlighted. Here we can use the color as well. Sometimes they ask for the specific color. So you can select from this one or you can customize your color as well. So keeping the same, I'll just click OK. So now you can see we have highlighted the salaries, right? For 50,000 and 47,000. So this is our second question. Now we have completed our section A, right? I hope it is clear. If someone has any doubt in question number one, please comment in comment section. Then we will begin with our section B. Okay, so now we are shifting to question number third, as it is asking for the descriptive statistics and plot using empty cards, the most important part of your particular uh, business analytical practical component. So there are three questions. First, they are asking for display first six observation of the dataset. Dataset here it is mentioned that we have to use the empty cards, which is inbuilt data of RStudio. Then second, find the mean, median, and standard deviation of MPG. That is the one of the variable, and create any two of the following plot. So we have given bar plot, histogram, or box plot, right? So we have three plots. So now shifting to the RStudio again. So we will start our now question number three. Okay, so first, as it is written, ki we have to use the inbuilt empty cards. So first we will load empty cards. So as you will write down empty cards, so I will select by tab and control enter. So you will get your particular data. If you want this data in the environment section, so you can mention here, let's say, uh, I will write down data one and equal. So if you are writing like this, so you can get this particular table in your environment section as well. I hope it is clear ki why we write down here certain numbers, or you can say certain characters to just highlight or give them address to show in the environment section. So you can see ki we have here data. So those who are listening first time ki what is empty cards. So beta empty cards is basically the collection of cards around the 90s, 80s time. So here there are certain variables. So 11 variables are given like MPG, cylinder, display, HP, draft, weight, PS, AM, gear, carbs, and etc. And if you can see, so it is mentioned that we have total 32 observation and 11 variables, right? So now shifting to our coding part. So first they have asked ki find out the display the first six observation. Okay. So to find display the first six observation, use a coding and select the head, then mention head of what? Basically, we want the head for our data one. Data one. So we'll select data one. Data one is basically your this one code. Data one. And we will click Control Enter. So you can see we have the first six observation of the empty cards, right? One, two, three, four, five, six. So to highlight the six particular observation, we will use the head, right? Head and then give the title of like data one, whatever you have mentioned your empty cards. If someone has not marked here like this, so they will write directly empty cards, right? Now, next part of the question is find the mean, median, and standard deviation. So for that, we will again do the same thing. Use the syntax. First, mean. So write down the mean, right? Select by tab and mention mean of from which or it has been written ki mean to you have to find out mean median for the MPG, right? MPG is your one of the variable as I told ki like you can see here as well MPG mileage per gallon, right? This one. So we will write down first data one, the name of your data set. So my data set name is data one. So I will use data one. And as we are not talking about the entire data set, we just want the mean of the MPG variable. So to just select one specific, variable from the given data set, we use a dollar, right? Now applying the dollar, you will get the variable list. So we want MPG, so we will directly select MPG, right? And control enter. So you can see now you have your mean of the data MPG. Similarly, you will do for median. So write down median. So you will get a pop-up. Just select by tab and give the source of your data. So we have data one. As again, we want for MPG variable, so we will select MPG using a dollar sign and then control enter. So we have our median. Next, it is asking for standard deviation. So standard deviation, we will use SD and then parenthesis. Give the title of your data, so which is data one. Use dollar to specify the variable. So we want for MPG and control enter. So you can see we have a standard deviation 6.026948 for the MPG variable. So now shifting to the next part. Now they are asking you create any two of the following bar plot or box plot or this and that. We will create all three. So for histogram, we will use hist, right? And you will write down, so you will get a tab as well. So just select hist. Now mention and just check out once if we want the plot for which variable. So create any two of the following plot. So here the variable is not mentioned. So you can directly go for any of the variable. First, I will give the address of my data, because to plot the any of the plot, like whether we are histogram, we are plotting histogram, bar plot, line, and in many more, we want to first address the data. So our data name is data one. We'll select, and again we will select the variable first, right? For which particular variable you want your histogram. So we want for, let's say, MPG. So we will select MPG, then comma. Now the important aspect of the diagrams is, first we will clear the mention the variable. After this, we will mention basically what we want in this data. Let's say we want first xlab, or we can mention the color as well. Color is equal to, let's say I'm using red. Then we can here use the border as well. So we will write down border equal to normal, let's say blue, or as per your choice. Now we will mention the xlab, right? So select by tab key. So xlab basically indicating you remember that whenever we draw the diagrams or plot, we have x-axis and y-axis. Xlab is used to mention the title of x-axis. Y-lab is used to mention the title of y-axis. So here for the xlab, I will mention the particular MPG variable, or in this will be in your inverted commas, because this is your character. Next, applying comma. Now we will use for ylab. Ylab is used for basically y-axis. So here we will write down, let's say, frequency. So frequency. Now next comma. Next is we use main, right? So main, the main particular attribute is used to basically give the title of the chart, entire chart. So we just want to mention the, let's say, chart as histogram of MPG, right? So this is the title which we want. Now we will do control enter. So as you can see, this is our chart, histogram of MPG. This is our main title, and we have used xlab. So xlab is this one, MPG. Ylab is for frequency. So ylab is for frequency. Border is blue and color is red, and so and so far. So this is the histogram, right? Now go for the second plot. Now we will use bar plot. Bar, and select bar plot. Same thing we will use here as well. So I just copy paste this entire coding. We will do the applicable changes, Control C, and I will use here Control V. So now do the certain required changes. Okay, so data one, first we will give the source of data and then select the specific variable. Then color, border, xlab, mpg, ylab, frequency. And now in main, we will select the bar plot of mpg, right? And control enter. So as you can see, now we have our bar plot for mpg frequencies, and these are our bar plots. Then you can change the color and all. Next is box plot, third one. So we will write down box, and then box plot, select box plot. Again, I am copying the same thing, Control V, and here in the title, we will mention box plot and Control Enter. So this is our box plot of MPG. So this is the diagrams which you can show in your respective particular question paper. Now the next question. So we have done our question number third as well. Now we will talk about the question number 4, which is a multiple regression using empty cards. RStudio. So starting with question number 2. So in question number 2, it is written key we have to prepare the vectors and data frame. So the first is create the following vectors in R. The first is first vector 1, a sequence from 10 to 50 with interval of 5. So somehow we have to create a vector like sequence from 10 to 50 and interval of 5. So that means it will be 10, then 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on and so far till 50. This is a vector. Another vector is a vector repeating values 2, comma 4, comma 6, 5 times. So here we have a vector which is in the repetition form 2, comma 4, comma 6, 5 times. That means 2, comma 4, comma 6. This is 1, then 2, then 3, and so on and so far till this is the fifth term. So we have this particular combination of three number which is repeating basically 6 times, right? And the next is a character vector containing name of 5 students. Okay. Here we have to just normally create a name vector of 5 students. So how we have to solve this? So just start with RStudio. So just open your RStudio. You have this particular 4 quadrants, right? So this one, the first one is basically this one. This is your source area. This is your console area. This is your environment. And this is your particular, here you can see your packages or a plot, right? So first, starting with the first question, as it is asking for the vector one. So first we will give a name, um, V1, that is vector one. So now V1, it is stated ki the vector is in repetition form, right? A sequence from 10 to 50, an interval of 5. So it is a sequence. So we will directly utilize the syntax sequence SEQ. And as you will write down SEQ, there is will be a pop-up like the same. So sequence, yes, I will select by tab SEQ. Now we will mention the order. So as per our question, it is starting from 10, ending like last 50. And here we will mention the difference by equal to 5. So this will be the syntax. Because if it this is a sequence, so we will mention the first and the end, so basically initial and terminal. And what is the interval between that? So we will use by equal 5 in R. And now we will simply do the control enter. And you can see we have our vector here. I just show you like this, right? So this is our vector. Okay, so now coming to our second vector. So for this, I will use V2. And in V2, as we have seen, there is a repetition basically in the question paper. A vector repeating the values 2, comma 4, comma 6, 5 times. So we will go to our RStudio and here again. So as it is repetition, so our REP, when you will write down the REP, so you will get a syntax REP, which is repetition. So I will select this and now I will mention the repetition of what? So as you can see, here is the combination, right? We are not talking about the single number. We are talking about a combination. So we will use first C in small letter. Keep remember, small letter, then bracket. Okay, so we have a combination of certain numbers. So we will address that 2, comma 4, comma 6. These are the three numbers basically which we want in a combo. And now comma, we will mention the times, how many times we want. So times is equal to, as in our question, it is given as 5. So I will write down 5 and control enter. So you can see that in environment section, we have our vector 2, which is, you can see like 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, and continue till fifth time. So this is our vector 2. Right. In vector 3, they have asked for normally random name data. So for this, they will normally write down first small letter C. Small letter C is basically we want a combination. And here we will write down the character. Keep remember, whenever we are writing a character in RStudio, we will use inverted commas. So let's say name. So I am using Ram. Then I will use Shiv. Then I will use Kanha, and next I will use Vishnu. Right? So five names of first, second, third, and last name that we have to use is Ganesh. These are the five names which we have selected, and now control enter. You can see we have our vector third, which is this one. The five name of the student, as you can see, Ram, Shiv, Kana, Vishnu, Ganesh. Right? So now coming to our next part. So the next point is the first part has been done. Second, they are saying create a data frame containing student name and marks of five students, right? So we have to create a data frame in which we have to use the student name and marks as well. So there we will again to this one. Now, for this, I will use, let's say, report. This is a particular title which I want to give this data. You can write down as per your own report, and let's say I will mention the card, report card, right? And equal. This is the way to write down the equal in RStudio. So report underscore मैंने देखा normally card. So they are asking to create a detail or a data frame first. We want the information or input in a tabular form. So we will use here data dot frame. As you will write data dot frame, so you will get the pop-up again. You will select by clicking the tab. Now in data frame, they are saying to mention the name. So I'm writing name equal C. Again, I have to give a combo. So I will use C bracket. Now name. So let's say I'm giving first Akshay. Second, I'm using a name, let's say Vivek. Next, I'm using a name Neeraj. Next, I'm going to use the name, let's say five students are required. So Farhan. Next, I'm using another name, let's say Dev. So we have five student names. Now, this after we need a marks. So we will create marks equal C and again parenthesis, right? Because now we want a marks. We will start the combination because we are not typing the single. We want a combination. So C and then in parenthesis, we will now mark the numbers. So keep remember whenever we are typing a character that need to be in inverted comma. If you are typing some numerical value, so don't need to make in a particular inverted commas. So first, let's say Akshay. So let's say we are talking about out of 100. So we will mark it as 95, comma. Then we will talk about Vivek. So Vivek, let's say 90. Then again, next we have Neeraj. So Neeraj again, we will allot, let's say 89. Then next after week we have Farhan. So let's mark Farhan 75. Then we have Dev. Let's say marks it as a 86. So this is our allocation of marks, and now I will control enter. So now you can see we have the data which is report card. By clicking this, you can see the tabular form of the data name which is mentioned, five name and allocating their different marks. So we have done this one. Now coming back to the coding part. So next component which has been asked is display the structure and summary of the data frame. So two questions again. We have to mention the summary and the structure as well of the data which we have created, like this one. So for this, for structure, we will use str. Keep remember, str option you will get pop-up, just select it. Str. Str is used to define the structure of any table. So str, now mention the table name. What is the name of our table? Basically report card. So we will write down report. As you will write down, you will get a pop-up. You will directly select and control enter. Then now you can see in your console area, you have your particular structure where it is mentioned the name and the marks. Where it is mentioned that there are five observation and two variables. Right? Two variables is name and marks. So this is the structure of the report. Now they have asked for the summary. So I will write down the summary. You can select from pop-up summary. And again, summary of what? Basically our report card. So we will write down the report card or just select it from your pop-up, so report card and control enter. So you can see we have the summary of our table where the length is 5, class is character, mode is also character, minimum marks is 75, maximum fun marks is 95, median is 89, first quartile 86, mean is 87, third quartile is 90. So this is the basically summary of our report card. So this is about our question number 2. I hope it's clear what we have to discuss. So now we will discuss about the question number 3rd. First, again, there are three points. Fit a multiple regression model. Again, this is a multiple regression model, not a linear one. So fit a multiple regression model, taking MPG as dependent variable and HP and WT. HP mean horsepower, WT mean weight of the car. So weight as an independent variable, as we have seen in our earlier question as well. What is MT cars basically? So again, using the same inbuilt data of the RStudio, we have to fit a multiple regression equation. And keep remember, be careful regarding your dependent or independent variable. Second, it is asking for the interpret the significance of variable by using the p-values. That means we have to apply here F test, right? And then third, we have to check the multicollinearity as well. So these are the 3 points. So just switch to our, okay, dependent is MPG, independent is HP or WT. Okay. So now next part, question number 4. Question number 4, right? The question number 4, we will start from here. So first they have said the key find out or form a regression model, right? So let's say I'm using a first, let's say regression model. I'm using RM. You can use, you can write down a full form as well. So I'm just using RM, that is regression model. In regression model, we use the syntax LM, that is linear model first syntax. So LM, now we have to define our regression model. First, we will go with the particular your dependent variable, then we will go with the independent variable. As per our question, it is written we have to consider MPG as our dependent variable, MPG as our dependent variable, and now we have to mention the independent variable. But before that, you have to make a symbol or use the symbol of title. So like this. So you have seen, press your shift and uh, title symbol, which you can see on your particular keyboard when at the horizontal line at the first where we have a F1, F2, F3 keys. Then below that there is a number 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the first tab of that particular row, and just select title. Then mention your independent variable. In our case, it is mentioned we have to use HP, and another for the second independent variable we will use plus and mention the another one. If we have third one, so we will do the same. We will press plus and then mention the third variable. So here we have mentioned the variable. First dependent variable, then use a title, then independent variable, then comma. Now we will give the source. Data is equal to, now we have to use the empty card. So we have loaded empty cards in our Excel, in our studio as well. So that name of our data is data1. So we will here use data1. Right, again repeating, LM, this is a linear model basically. So first dependent, then title, independent variable, then you have to give a source of empty cards. So data is equal to whatever name you have given to your data of empty cards, just use that. So we have given our data as data1. You can just check it here as well. The empty cards, we have put it under the data1. So we will use the same here. The data is equal to data1, and we will hit control enter, and you can see now we have here RM, that is regression model. So it will select the all required elements or values. Now we will again come back to the main solution part. Now for this, to make a regression equation, we need to have the intercept and coefficient. So for that, we will simply write down COEF. When you will write down COEF, it directly show the tar coefficient, this one. Let's don't go for this one, just COEF, right? So just select COEF. Now they will ask the source, right? So for source, we will give RM as per our regression model, RM, this one. So RM and control enter. So you can see we have our coefficient intercept is 3.37.2272, and similarly for coefficient or slope of HP is this one and slope of WT is this one. So this is our basically coefficients, right? You can mention now here individually like intercept is equal to, again we will give a source where COEF, right? And this is source, like model name is RM. Now we will use square bracket. So intercept is our value 1. This is value 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So we will use here value 1, like coefficient of model RM. We will write down the first because intercept is written on first. So we will write down 1. Right? We are using square bracket here just because we are using the inbuilt values of certain variables of RStudios. So here we will use square bracket 1 and then control enter. So you can see in environment section, there is an intercept name 37.2 and so on and so forth. Now, sometime we have to, the questionnaire maybe ask you just mention or show the values up to two decimals, right? Like you can see here are many. So you have to just utilize a round, 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 and your parenthesis start, right? After applying round and then put a comma, then mention up to which place you want the decimal. So let's say in this case, I just want up to 2. So I will use this and control enter. So now my particular final value will be updated to only for the two decimal places, right? Here it will mention 37.2, but when we utilize this value for further equation part, then it will directly pick up to two decimal. When we write down the equation, I will show at that time. So now let's start with the slope. So slope 1, because we have a two different independent variables. So I'm writing slope 1 for this one. We will use slope 2 for this one. So slope 1 is equal to. So to find out the slope, we will again, I just copy the same, syntax because we need a same kind of syntax here as well. So I just paste it, just remove the extra dot. Now, here we also want to apply round coefficient RM, but now in this particular square bracket, I will write down 2. Right? I will write down 2. That means I'm talking about the second value of this, COEF, the second value, and then comma, round off up to two decimal places. Now control enter. So as you can see here in the slope 1, it is 0.03. Similarly, we will do for slope 2. So I will just select this, copy, and will do paste or do the required change. Here I will write down slope 2, and here in square bracket we will write down 3 because we want slope 2 which is in our third value, like row third value. Then again control enter. So you can see we have our slope 2 which is 3.88, right? So we have dragged our particular required value in our environment. Now we can put our final equation. So I am writing here regression underscore equation. Can write down or give a name as per your choice. Regression equation. So we want a regression as we want to paste. So we will use paste. Then we will write down regression equation MPG is equal, right? So this is first regression equation. MPG is equal comma. Or before that, I just want to make you like what is our basically multiple regression value? Like we will write down here M, right? Simply if I mention first, just remind you once again, like how we will write down our regression equation. Y is equal to A plus X. This is our regression equation form, right? But when we are talking about the multiple regression, so it will add the same thing like Y is equal A plus B1 X1 then plus B2 X2 and प्लस सो एंड सो फार इन लास्ट में हम फिर उसको आर टर्म दे देते हैं। तो इस तरह की क्वेश्चन होती है तो सेम हम वही चीज़ लिख रहे हैं यहाँ पे बेटा। देखो, कोमा के बाद हम वी विल राइट डाउन नाउ इंटरसेप्ट, राइट? वाई के बाद नाउ वाई इज़ डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल और डिपेंडेंट इज़ एमपीजी इक्वल ए इज़ इंटरसेप्ट, so here we have given intercept, so we will directly give the same title intercept. So intercept is this one, we will select. Now comma, after intercept we have plus, so we will use in inverted commas plus then comma p1 that is slope 1, so slope 1 is this one, so we will directly name slope 1, right? Then comma, then in this is x1 basically independent variable 1, so we have independent variable first is hp, so we will write down inverted comma, then it is in multiplication form, so we will use star and then hp, right? Then similarly again bracket comma, now the next plus and then comma the next term slope 1. Now this is b2 x2, so b2 means slope 2 basically, so we will write down slope 2, you can select here and comma, then we have again inverted comma multiply and independent variable next to your independent variable was wt, so we will mention here wt and control enter. So as you can see we have our regression multiple regression equation, this one. As you I'm mentioning like you will get up to 2, like यहाँ पर intercept it is written as 37.2, but when we will use in the further equation or any other solution part, so it will take up to 2 decimal only. So 37.27 intercept plus slope HP plus slope of WT. So this is the way to write down your regression equation in RStudio. First, now we will shift to the next part. Okay, I'm just remaining this one. So we have fitted the regression equation. Next, they are asking about the interpret the significance of variable using p-value, right? We have to find out the whether the model is significant or not. So for this, we use the I'm putting a title here F test, right? We need to do here F test. For checking out the significance of any model, we will do the calculate or we will use the F tests basically. So for this, first we need to find out the F values. So I'm writing just here F value equal. So to find out the F value, just use the summary tab, summary, select summary, give your model name basically. So we have our model regression equation is RM. So we will use RM. Then in summary, we want some specific value. So we will use dollar to use the selective component and we will use F statistics. We will use F statistics and just remove the S. It is F statistic. Okay. Now control enter and you can see we have our F values here 69.2, 2 and 29. Right. This basically 69.2 is basically indicating your F value. 2 here it is indicating the independent variable. So yes, we have two independent variables. So it is indicating 2. This 29 is indicating your leftover variables. As we have studied, we have 32 observation, out of which 2 is utilized in independent and 1 is utilized in dependent variable. So remaining observation are 29. So this will reflect this values. When you utilize your F values, now you have to find out your P value. So we will write down P value. And for the P value, you will first use PF. Will start your parenthesis. And here you will mention your F values like F value select. Now, in this p value, you will mention your all f value, like this one, f1, f2, and f3. So we will write down in square bracket 1. Similarly, we will write down f value, and now we will mention here 2, second value of our particular f statistic value. Now we will select f value, and square bracket we mention 3. Right. After this, we'll put comma. And now, after selecting these value, we will write down lower tail, lower dot tail. As you can see, it is mentioned lower dot tail equal to false. Okay, select false. Now we will, okay. First thing, lower tail is equal to false mean, as you have maybe have seen your my BRM videos. There I have mentioned a normal distribution, and we always try to work on the right side of the right tail of the curve. So here that's why we have mentioned ki lower tail will be false. That means if we are saying lower tail will be false, that means the value will be drag or selected from the right tail. Right? Now control enter. So now you can see we have our p value 9.11 e raised and then 1 to mean base. It is in the denominator 10 raised to the power 12. So to decide whether our particular model is significant or not, we will just write down the final command. So here we will give a title, let's say significant, significant equal. So how to decide, right? So just keep remember we have an if. We use if scenario when we want to say like if this is the thing, so that will not be the case, right? So if parenthesis, we will give an address of our p value. If p value, right? If p value is less than 0.05 or 5%, right? If our p value is less than 0.05%, then that means we will use a curly bracket here. Then we will write down paste, inverted comma. The model is significant, right? Model is significant. And if it is not less than 5%, so we will write down here else, then again curly bracket. Then we will select paste, inverted commas, model is not significant. This is the thing. Again, reminding to decide whether model is significant or not, we will write down significant here. Now, if the p value which we have find out here, we will write down if p is less than 5%, which is alpha. If p is less than your 5%, paste, we want the answer should be paste, the model is significant. Or if it is not less than 5%, then else it paste, the model is not significant. And then we will press Control Enter. So here you can see there is a point which is written key P is not found. So just check out. Okay, so as you can see in RStudio, if we commit some mistake, so it will show error and we can't go proceed with the for next question. So we will just make it correct. Here we have to use underscore. Now we will click Control Enter. So now we have our final answer. As you can see in the significant, it is written the model is significant. That means the model which we have set is significant. That means that dependent variables and independent variables are basically having particular relationship, which mean ki the dependent variable is getting or can be predicted by the independent variable and vice versa. The next thing we have to cover in this particular question is check multicollinearity, right? So as we know, when we talk about the multiple regression equation, so we have certain assumptions in which one of the assumption is multicollinearity. That means the independent variable must not be related to each other. So for that, we have to first install one package. For that, we will go to this particular fourth quadrant. We will select package and first, let's say type here in search option if you have. So in my PC, I have car. So I will directly click here. If it is not showing car here, so just go to install tab like this and mention car here, right? And like click this car and install, right? After installing the car, make sure you will run it into your library section. So just click the checkbox. Now you are able to particularly, use the syntax of these particular packages. So same thing. Now we will use VIF. So we will mention VIF here. Then parenthesis regression model is RM. So we will mention RM and control enter. So as we can see, our VIF is showing variance, basically identification factors. HP 1.76, WT 1.76. Most probably both are approximately same. That means if it is less than 5% or if it is less than 5, that means you are your particular sector taking variables are not showing any multicollinearity. If it is more than 5, then we have to write down ki, yes, there is a multicollinearity among the variables. So we will write a statement here. Let's say comment multicollinearity. Well, so for this we will on the paste particular, and as we can see it is not it is all both the variable independent variable are less than 5. So we will write down there is no multicollinearity as the independent variables EIF is less than 5. So this is R and then control enter. So we have get our comment that there is a no multicollinearity between the variables. So this is our part. So now we have done with this fourth question as well, which is from your last unit textual analysis. So use the following paragraph. This is a paragraph and it is asking for perform the following task. First, create a category such as positive, negative, and then find the frequency of important word. Create a word cloud using the given text, right? So this is so first you have to just uh, copy paste. Like in your particular paper, you will definitely write down this syntax, particular paragraph. I'm just copy paste this. So this is our question number fifth, I guess. Right. So let's enter fifth textual analysis. So first we will start with the coding and I will give a name as text equal as it is a particular again combination. So I will use C bracket and control V. So we have pasted the data here. Now just want key as we have to make the categories of positive, negative. So just arrange these in a particular inverted commas. So just separate that like in this case as well. This is the another one. And now here we have the next. So final is this one. right? So after this, I have arranged my text. We have put it the inverted commas as per the first statement. Right, this is the first statement, full stop. So we have just used this particular inverted commas to make the statements different. And here we will also use the comma. Okay, so now we will do control enter. So as now there is a particular point, the unexpected symbol in the text, right? So just check it out once. See where that like this is the another first one, and next we will remove this extra commas or inverted commas. Now we will proceed with the text we want. So control enter. So as you can see, this is our text which we have taken like this, right? So now we will proceed with the next part of the question. As it is asking for the word cloud, so we will do the same kind of required coding. So first, we will mention the category, right? So I'm writing category in this way, category. So this again a combination. So first, as you can see, the product quality is excellent and delivery was fast. So this is a we know that this is a positive one. So we will write down positive in category, positive. Second, then customer support was helpful and this. So again, this is a positive comment. So positive. Then next, third one is, however, the packaging was poor and customer were unhappy. So again, this is indicating this is a negative category statement. So we will first write down this. Okay, so negative. This is our negative, and then control enter. So we have created our category here. You can see in the values. After this, we have to use the corpus. Corpus is used in a textual analysis to just convert the unstructured data into the structured one, right? So we will use the corpus. Here I am using COR, right? Or let's say P as well, corpus. Now we will use the syntax. So in syntax, we will write down CORP corpus and make sure you have installed certain packages first. So we will just install. There are some packages which you need to have, like TM. This is your text mining. So just click on text mining. Then there is another particular package which you need, word cloud. Like as it in the question, it is written you have to prepare a word cloud as well. So we will select word cloud, right? Both the packages are installed now. Now we can go with the corpus. So as you will write down, so you will get a pop-up. So this one, keep remember here the corpus is in a capital letter and what we have written is a small letter. So corpus, when we are using this corpus, so it need to be in capital letter. C should be in capital letter, again repeating. So corpus, and then we will mention the vector source. So vector and then underscore, or you can simply write down source. So don't type the entire text by your own, just select from the pop-up. So vector source, and here we have to give the address of our text. So our text is this one, which is indicated by text. So we will give our address text and same, then we will control enter. So as you can see, our corp is generated. Second, now we are doing a text mining in which we will try to remove the stop word. Stop word mean like the, is, the, and, but, and all, preposition as well, and punctuation as well. So we have to do the coding for these all. So first we will again write down the corp because we want these text mining in our previous data. So corp is equal TM. TM is a basically syntax. TM map will select TM map and then select the your data. Our data is corp, right? So we will select CORP, corp, then comma. First, we will write down content. As you can see, the content transformer, right? Content transformer. So we will select content transformer and inverted comma. We will write down two lower. You can select from this as it. Why we are using this? As we are doing text mining, two lower syntax is used basically. Let's say if I am saying there is a good, which is written as capital G and double O D, right? And then is a another term which is written as good, where we have small letter G and small letter O, small letter D. So if we don't use this text mining tool, so RStudio, the first good which is written in a capital G letter will count it in a different manner or different table zone, and the good which is written in a small letters or small alphabetic ABC, alphabets, this that particular good will be count in a different table or all. So, but we know कि good, whether it is written in caps lock or a small letter, both are the same term. So that's why we are using here this syntax, the content transformer to lower. That means कि if the spellings are same, but the only difference is of caps or a small letters, so just consider the words same, right? So this is what we use for. Now, next we will again go with, after applying this, you will see कि there is a warning message. So if there is a warning message, you can skip that. But yes, if it is a error term, so then you have to rectify, right? So again, we are doing the second cop text mining. So we are using the same data which we have created. So cop again equal, we will use text mining like tm underscore map, right? Then parenthesis. Now here we will talk about to remove punctuation, right? So we will first address the data which we have called, and then comma. Now remove punctuation. So we will write down remove, and you will get a pop-ups as well. So remove punctuation, this one. So just click and give the data. Click from particular, or you can just delete this. So remove punctuation and control enter. So there is a term which is again mentioning it. There is an error, cop remove punctuation. So just cross check it once. Remove punctuation. We will again come back to this. So cor, comma, remove remove punctuation. So then we will can get the text address if we want. Control enter. So again there. Okay. So in the first head we have written particular TM. Just let me correct it. Punctuation, parenthesis. Here we have written TN, right? So it is basically TM. Now we can apply this control enter. So again, it is implemented. Now next we will use again corp. We are doing a text mining first, right? So corp equal, again, we will use TM underscore map. Now we will again give up a first address, or give the address of our major data. Now cop. Here we will try to remove the stop words. Stop words are basically the and all, right? Which is most repeating term in English language. So now here we will remove words, remove words. So you can see the tab, select, and then remove words. Remove words of what? We are talking about the stop words. So we will write down stop words. So you can select from here as well. So stop words. And now we know there are many stop words, but we can't mention all. So we will use direct index English. We are talking about the stop word which English language has totally. So we will make it, then parenthesis close and control enter. So again, our TM is also approved. Now, this is what we have done so far. We have removed the stop words, we have removed the punctuation, we have removed, or particularly, we have done the transformation of the text as well to lower. And now it's time for the metrics, right? So, but before that, we have to create, let's say, DTM. I'm just giving a name DTM, and give basically data metrics. So, for this, we will use document, as you will write to document term matrix. So just select it, document term matrix, and give the address of your last data. So last data was this one, and we have given it as a name as corp. So just write down corp, right? And control enter. So you can see you have your DTM. Now, similarly, like DTM is look like this. If this is in a list form, basically we will convert this into a proper matrix. So just watch. Next, we have our coding main part. I think 21. Huh. So DTM is created. Now we have to form it as a proper matrix. So I will write down matrix equal. So for this, we will write down a syntax as dot matrix, right? And now you will give the source which you have prepared last time. So our last source name is DTM. So we will write down DTM and then control enter. So now you can see we have our met, which is this one. And you can see this is now the proper tabular form matrix, right? So next we have is frequency. So frequency FREQ equal. Now for this we can directly use a call sums. So COL, when you write down, you will get again a pop-up. Just select the your column sum and mention your source. Last source was MATT. So MATT and control enter. You have your frequencies now. And after having the frequency, you can directly go with word cloud. Word cloud. So use the word cloud and give the names as per the frequency, right? Select this and comma and again mention here the frequencies and now control enter. So here the name, okay, it is basically names. I have skipped S to names. Now next control enter. So you can see we have our word cloud here, right? So this is our word cloud. So this is how you have to do the word cloud syntax and all. You can apply color as well if you want. So you can use the COL and the same thing. So this is your particular textual analysis question. I hope it's clear. So we have done with our fifth question as well. Okay, so now we have to start our question number six, which is data manipulation in R. So using the following data, we have to first create this data where it is mentioned to perform the following task. First, create the above data in R. Then second part has been asked to display product having sales greater than 1300. And this all we have to do in basically RStudio. And then third question is sort the data in descending order of sales. We have to arrange in descending order and the data of sale. And fourth is summary of the data. Okay, fine. So first, as we have to prepare the data. So A, B, C, D, E. We will write down the syntax here. So first we will start, let's say, question number six now. I'm using question number six. uh, Six. So here we will start first. So let's say I'm giving it name as data 2 because data 1 has been created. So data 2, as we have to use a data dot frame. For this, we'll use data frame in parenthesis. We will write down the name. So first name was product. So I will write down product is equal. Here we have a list of certain products. We will use C and it need to be in small letter. Then C and mention the products. A. Then we have B. Similarly, A, then we have C, then we have D, have E. I think these are the last up to E. Let me cross check up to E, and next is 12, 15, 11. So next we will write down the sales, so comma sales equal C parenthesis, and it is so sales is 1200, 1500, 1100, and 1800. Next 1400, 1400. So we have marked our sale as well. Now it's time for the third particular column, which is given as region. So now we will write down the region equal. Again, there's a combination, so I will use C in small letter. And here as well, we have written a capital letter C, the small letter, then C, parenthesis, and mention the direction as it is a character. So we will write down north. Then we have south. Similarly, we have east. Then I'm just writing a random one because there is a no question which is related to the direction, so it doesn't affect our final answer. So next is let's say north. So we have given five directions, right? Okay, and again major bracket close and control enter. You can see we have our data two table, which is this one. Where product, sales, and region are mentioned, right? So now we will go to our coding part. So next, we have created the data. In the second question, it is has been asked if display product having less greater than 1300, right? So keep remember, we know that we have created a one particular column and we want certain particular specific figures, right? So for this, we'll normally go to the let's say you can directly use the I'm using a sales basically or greater, basically greater than पूछा है. Normally I'm using a greater is equal. Now, to use this, we will use a subset. Subset. We'll select subset. Now we will give the address of our data. Data, basically, because we are talking about from data to, and then comma, we will mention the condition. Condition is that if we are saying that sales is greater than 1300. So we will write down this. Okay, when we are taking, we want to certain specific values from a given particular vector. So we will use the subset. Right? So subset, so give the title or source of your data and then mention the condition. Now I will do the control enter. And after this, you can see we have a sales greater and this is your final presentation. So here we have like products, DDE, sales 15, 18, A14 and region. So this is our second part. So in the same question, we have the third one also where it has been asked if we have to arrange the sales in descending orders, right? We have to arrange the sales in descending order. So for this, let's say I'm writing D is SC and equal. So to mention the data in a descending order, first give a title of data. Oh, we have a data two. And then for this, you have to start up square brackets, right? So in square bracket, write down the first order as we want to correct the order. So select order. Now they are asking about the data. So we will use our data to because we want to specifically highlighted the sales. So we will select data and for specific variable, we will select dollar and select the sales, right? After selecting this, we will mention the condition within the bracket, comma. We want the particular values in decreasing. You can select the decreasing equal true. So this is true. And finally, you will make an comma here and then enter. Control enter basically. So now, if you see your descending order has been created here. Now see sales, which is 18, 15, 14, 12, 11. Right? So this is your descending order of a particular variable, which is sales in a particular case or in our case. The third question, which has been asked in this question, was to get the summary. So don't need to worry. We will do the same. Use the summary tab, and in the parentheses, you will give the title of your particular data. So we have a data two. So we will write down summary data two. Control enter, and here is the particular summary of your data product, which is like length 5, class characters, minimum, maximum, quartile 1, quartile 3, mean, median, right? So all are listed here. So with this, our sixth question is also covered. So I hope all the six questions are clear to you. If someone has any doubt, so just let me know in the comment section. We will try to answer that. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Good luck for your practical papers.